Alright, this video is for any of you that have an Epson Eco Tank printer and you need to empty the ink tanks. What happened in this case is it was supposed to be sublimation inks, and we were sent dye-based inks from the same manufacturer, and it wasn't caught until after the ink was put in and we realized there was an issue. So I'm on my last tank right now. I'm doing cyan, and the fastest way, I had been using a syringe, and this was taking anywhere between 8 to 12 times attaching it to the supply lines and then dumping it into a bowl, and it was making a mess every time I detach. So by the time I got to the magenta, it took almost a half hour to do these two, the black and yellow. And then by the time I got to magenta, I got the idea of taking a piece of tubing and gently applying air pressure by blowing through the tubing, and then having the discharge or supply line going out into a bowl. And that's been working really well. I did this in probably a minute and a half compared to 15 minutes per these using a syringe. So all I did was gently apply some air pressure by blowing through it. It takes about probably 3 to 5 times of doing that, and you're going to get a little bit lightheaded, so take a break every now and then. But that's the most efficient way I found to do it versus using a syringe. And I even tried to siphon it out using a piece of tubing, and the results on that, it was an absolute mess. So I don't recommend trying to siphon it out with anything other than a syringe. But aquarium tubing or any type of 1/4 inch or 3/8 diameter tubing, that'll fit over top of this hole, and then gently apply pressure, blow through it, and it'll get a steady trickle out.